Is it recording?
It's just start recording.
Hello, officer.
Hello, you two. It's so lovely to be able to get this opportunity to share. Even though we know what the reality is, it's still, you're talking to yourself, but it doesn't matter, apparently. It's just the different aspects. And it's funny because this one is very much, wow, I think it started last year when I heard some on the awakening path. I had the awakening, or the great shift in the story. The great shift had started in 2012. The prophesized, shift we're going through, the great awakening, if you want to say. So we all started waking up, and this one, shit hit the fan. I mean, everything went wrong, because that's what happens. If your life, you're not on course, everything just falls apart. Well, 2012, the shit hit the fan. And just went poof. You moved in another direction, But I remember, anyway, I had the awakening, tapped in psychically, whatever. So even though there's no time, that's why you can see the stories, past, present, future, blah. And I was busy, very much drawn to returning to source. From the time this one woke up, I just wanted to, go back to being with the self. Not that you knew that you were the self at the stage, but source. You just wanted, right, this is it. I just wanted to rest now between any, more so-called carnations, at the time. So I remember listening to something on, it was some channel I'm following, which shares all the teachings of the masters. And she shared a video, and it just resonated, just saying there is no ego. That's not teaching. The only teaching you must listen to is that you are that. There is no ego already. There's only the one. There's only the mind of the one. And it just, right. And then I just realized, oh my gosh. So that's how this path kind of started. And then I sat there, right now I knew, okay, you are that one. And I sat and I went into deep meditations, like to still the waves, if you want to say, all the thoughts and the energies and emotions. And that's when I got it's because being tapped in already, so you can communicate, and you're getting you're talking to yourself really, but energy wise. And it explained to me everything. And I saw, that. And then like you were describing, I had an experience of that. Well, more than one, actually, it's relevant. But I remember the first time I ever meditated really on a deep one, and just not knowing anything about anything, and you just wanted to get into that meditative state, which I did. And it was by a river under a tree. And I just thought someone had mentioned this is a holographic universe. And I thought, oh, wow, that would be nice. Who knows what it's like. You just wanted to see what is, what's really reality is like. But not knowing anyone from non-dual, not knowing any teachings described. So all of a sudden, everything it was the weirdest experience. I mean, I finished meditating and it was like I'm walking around, but there was nothing around me. So only in the immediate, like what was around me was kind of this holographic picture. So it was like, nothing, everything was holographic, not there, like an illusional picture. And I walked home, I don't know how long, it must have been about half an hour of this. And it was the most bizarre, insane, like, wow, it's like a trip. I went, oh, wow, you got to. And of course, I tell my daughter, and they're like, yeah, I think you maybe need help, to explain to someone. That's amazing. Like, there's nothing. It's just, Anyway, not understanding that is reality. You kind of go back into you carried on with the story. But now it's fully on the path, this one, and it's like, but I'm listening to you. I so appreciate it, because by sharing, all these people that are sharing their stories, it helps the guidance and you resonate, the guidance to look, like every now and then someone will come on and look, like you do things and tell people. It's direct guidance of look there to see, do this, think, all these things. And that makes, that's how you can actually then really look into your experience properly to see. So without that guidance, without people sharing, and it's unusual to see a couple, that it's very unusual that you will find a couple. Yes, I know, but it just is. Is this not one of those things that you'll find a couple together that, you know, both, well, let's say there's nobody there, there's no one home. That is just wow. And when I first came across this, and I loved your energy, you know, you're drawn to different aspects or expressions, and you have this very kind, very caring, loving, you can feel it. I don't know if you did meditations before, you can read or you can feel people's energy. So I presume, I'd like to ask you a bit more detail. I know that you can't describe it, but when you are, let's say now, talking to this one, are you seeing the thoughts and all the stories? I mean, what I perceived once, but I dropped into people, it was weird. I could see like the bubble around them, and it was like their whole, you could drop into it. How do I explain this? There's nothing, and then you could, it was like these little lights. It's almost like you could see them when they came out and went off into their stories or whatever, you know, inside you. It was bizarre. It's like a meditation I went on. So there was all, let's say, stories going on here and there, and you were just happy and they were just going on. But if I say focused on you and I dropped and I put all my concentration on you, I could actually drop. It was really wasn't pleasant. And then I dropped into the Maya. I dropped into you, and it was like poof, all of a sudden the lights came on and the picture show appeared around, and you could feel that density. But I could see everything, all their thoughts and their desires. So it was ooh. So everything they wanted, you know, what house, what it looked like. Do you do that? Because I know gurus can do that. Can you see?
I would like to
the whole.
Yeah, I would like first to thank you for reaching out and initiating this kind of talk, of sharing, of interview, I don't know, of chat.
Yes.
Thank you for your openness, curiosity, and wanting to share.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm so happy that you agreed to this, just to get an aspect. Are you able to see, when you see the story, I mean, like now, you are able to see past, present, future, all the thoughts, everything that appears in this space?
I would like to see.
No, seriously, because I know gurus do. He's barren. It don't have to be embarrassed.
I can't say that I'm seeing something special, something like an image or a vision. I can't see any of that. All I can say is that I'm seeing colors and shapes, and there is a certain type of energy which I'm feeling that not because there is something special here feeling that.
Yeah.
There is a softness, openness, and relaxation, and then you can easily tune to seemingly the other energy. But there is no other energy ultimately.
Yes.
It's an energy which takes one or another form. That's all.
Yes.
So this is my experience, and I can feel more like intuitively, so to speak.
Yes. Okay, so you're seeing it as colors because it's just a different frequency. Basically, I'm a frequency wave and you're a frequency wave.
I don't know.
This is much more easy. So everything is one pure, supreme. What is this beauty?
Yes.
And thoughts and speaking, just sharing. What is the imagination right now of this supreme, pure, whatever is this?
Yeah.
I'm persona, I'm real man, I'm fighting for my life, for my family, whatever. So, so all this oneness now pretend to be someone who exists as a man. And you can feel the heaviness of this belief because this is heavy.
Yes.
Something material, something real existence to fight it. Oh, and then it's coming off. Okay. You will pass through that. Don't worry. we'll stop believing that in this or in other way. So this is the feeling and understanding and experience. And
So you feel the density, but intuitively, can you pick up the story that is the thoughts that are around that energy?
No. I can no, but from sharing, it's
obvious somehow.
It's obvious from where
sharing.
the sharing is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somehow it is known. I don't know. It's not
Yes.
known by me.
Yes.
Like
There's no you. Yes.
Yeah,
you sense that.
yeah, but you are right. When we met someone, if we are not in our imagination what is going on, and that feeling is coming instantly. It's like two waves are meeting each other. There's a there's a resonance. So
Yes, you feel that.
energy is here. Yeah.
But something I want to ask you, this is strange. I know, okay, you won't perceive it in the same way, but one thing I noticed, if you go back to the old, there's no teachings because they say the same thing, like Papaji or Ramana, they just say, be quiet and know who you are, you know, and ask whatever. Same thing. So, I mean, let's just give, for example, one or two, probably the best ones here, examples. But from their thing was, they understood then how, you know, this is just any thoughts and desires a manifest. So if you hold thoughts and desires, it's going to give you the experience of manifesting, you know, being, you know, you come back. So this is what the whole idea was for them, is not to desire or think, not to just everything that comes through, any thoughts, emotions, not to identify with anything. So you wouldn't project a desire out there to manifest, you know, so you won't be caught in the cycle of so-called reincarnation, you know, or if you do, you would pop back as a being to enjoy those manifestations or those projections, you see. So this is why they were like, so on this aspect, it was like, all right, just, you know, let everything that comes, you let it come and go, and you do not attach yourself or like desire anything, because, and that's why they kept quiet. So they wouldn't, you know, manifest another carnation and or perceived, you know, carnation, perceived. Because you, by projecting it, by desiring something, you are going to manifest it. As you say, this is what you're here to experience, your manifestations, you
are manifesting everything immediately the moment you think about something. Believe it or not, it's happening because it becomes reactive.
Yeah, but not only, let's say, thinking is also part of what is going on already.
Yes.
When you are quiet, even the mind is quiet. And then you realize that everything appears by itself.
Yes, that was shown just because.
Yeah, and everything is absolutely free, infinite potential. Nothing is in the way.
Yes.
Manifestation is happening effortlessly by itself.
Yes, that was shown. Yes, that was.
And when we become, when we forgot that, and we become, I am this body, I am persona, and then thinking is coming as fighting with the world, which we are, and this is
creating problems and fighting with the world.
Yeah. Let's see, identify with that. That's what they call suffering. That's why they were trying not to identify with anything, because they knew they were that. Don't identify with objects, because then you're going to the manifestation will just carry on. They didn't want to. It was to stop the experience of all right.
Yeah, and I want to share that I found very easy way of realizing that, because if someone listen this conversation and said, but this is very stupid, how there's nothing with how it's impossible to get it or to understand or to believe it. So it is very easy. First step is, if there is a step, is there life is going on? Yeah, it's obvious. Sounds, colors. Yeah, life is going on. Is that fact, in general, is that fact is known, that there is life is going on? Yes. Okay, stay there. Fact that there is life is going on is known. So life is no one. There is life. First, and then invitation. Okay, now look with the eyes of the newborn baby. you know, how it looks. Ah, what is this? The same. Who created that?
Yes, I've seen it. It's beautiful to watch. Oh, so innocent, so beautiful.
Yes. And then disappear here. Forget that this fact that this is not, oh, this forget it. Then other reality. So this is shifting between I am nothing, I am everything. So this is playing, this is amazing. There is nothing to think, what to think. Is there life? Yes, what to think. It's obvious. So it's a part of life. Without life, no thoughts. So
Yeah,
this is
the problem is
beautiful.
not with thoughts. There is no
Yes,
problem.
they create the story, or they're only there for the story, because otherwise they wouldn't be needed. There's no use for them as the one, because there's nothing. So, but if you want to make a story, you know how exactly that's a chair. You know what I mean? From what this derived is that when in this whole thing, they tell you be quiet, meditate, and just do that, and I did, and then poof, it appeared and basically guided me and showed me. And then I was shown this. It just does. This is just what it does. It just, so there's this perpetual movement and things going on. So obviously, as the one, then to what was shown to me, explained, you know, by nothingness back then, was you're eternal, you're infinite, you're just this. There's nothing but you. So what the hell else are you going to do? Pretty much logical if you think about it.
Whatever.
So you create all these stories and imaginations. Exactly. You created all of this. It's incredible. Nothing is going on. Nothing is creating worlds and tables, and it's been going on. Who knows? There's no. I don't know. No one knows it. It knows no. It just has. It's millions and billions in the story. It's just planets, and I mean, if you, as there's no such thing as time in the story, you can travel and you can see life on other planets and here and past, present, future. I mean, the stories are just unimaginable. It's just infinite. So yeah, what else would you do if you are the only thing that is, and you are aware? You get bored or lonely. So this is what this was what was explained here. What else are you going to do? You know, you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. So all I saw was this nothingness, and I got the experience of, I laughed only recently when I realized, well, that is you. You know, you never questioned anything of what you saw, what was shown and explained, you know, so-called by source, in your meditations or whatever. And so thinking about this, there's only you, then you never thought, oh, well, obviously if there's only that, then I must be that. You never ask, because the story, I'm a soul, I'm a this, I'm a that, you know.
So the question is basically, if there is only you, then what to do? Well, this is the question, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
There is only you, and then what to do?
Exactly. So the mind started daydreaming, like you would daydream, I suppose. You know,
So my experience is, okay, there is only what is. And let's say I am everything.
yes.
Then every sharing that there is a me suffering or whatever, this is seen as if they're a little child which still didn't find what is going on here. And there is an impulse to grow them, to invite them, like come and live with us, join our monthly support or whatever, to grow, to find what is going on. And this is very natural desire.
Yes. It's a love. It's a self-love that there is. Wow, it's so much love. It's overwhelming sometimes. That self-love, it loves itself. It's just got so much love. It's incredible.
Yeah, and this is coming like the main desire, and you cannot work something else. Everything is cut. No, now you are growing.
Yes. Yes.
Others, seemingly others, just to.
Yeah. This is in the story what's happening, the Great Awakening. We're all going, this is sort of shown, we're all going back to the self, back to the story. We're waking up from the story. So, and this is going to become quite a normal. It's spreading, and you can see there's so many waking up to, oh my gosh, you know, that this is an illusion. Oh my gosh, they're popping. The lights, as you said, the bubbles popping. This was shown, and you can see it. But what I discovered, and also listening to you, when you start, like, say you, like today I did a satsang with a guru in India. Now, if you've done that for years and you've meditated, once you do this awakening and say the energy starts going, like you see people, it pushes up everything that you've suppressed in the story, all the energies you hung on to, like you say, the sadness, yeah, it's all gonna, that's what we call the purging, the dark night of the soul, whatever. All the shit's gonna come out. All the things you misunderstood, you whatever, and your stories, you know. Past stories, present stories, it doesn't matter. It's coming through. Release that, release that, release that. It's just release, release, release. But now, say they've taken the long road. So you've done the road of meditation, Guru, and you've done all this releasing, purging, facing your own shadows, your own illusions, your own stories. It's cleaning up your story and crap to become empty as the self.
Yeah, this is growing.
Yeah, when you meditate, like today, when you meditate with that aspect, the self, but that one that has now really done a lot of work cleaning the stillness there. If you're very sensitive to energy like this, wow, it's incredible. It's each one, like you say, has a different frequency. So that stillness there is peace. Wow, it is such peace and calm, because I suppose it's spent a lot of time in that meditation. So there's nothing, you know, it's yeah, that's what it's become now. That frequency or that resonance is just wow. But they all are different. And as you say, when you first wake up, it's just going to start pushing stuff up. You don't have control over, you know, the emotions, what comes out, the hurt, the sadness, whatever you haven't let go, it's going to come up. But I think it's, in a way, listening to you and other people, it's clever because it loves itself. It's not going to put you through too much. So it's going to slowly start getting rid of all the shite. Like, yeah, sometimes it can take years. And so when you're ready to, you know, handle that. But if you go, take, for instance, this one, which was noticed here, I was like, wow, okay, I'm going to do more work and do a lot of releasing and killing, because I realize, like you say, when the character is pulled away, there's no one there to control. There's no one there to do any healing, as you say. That whatever habits, it seems to pertain, there's no body. So I don't know where it stays. Who knows? This is what I don't get. Like you, everyone is different. I watched many different people on YouTube, non-dual. Some do not resonate at all because there hasn't been enough work on the vessel, on the character, well, just for this one. So it can be arrogant or sarcastic or not nice or not loving. This depends, you see. And that kind of put me off, and I was like, oh shit, no, we don't want to do that. You know, we don't want to be not nice. Let's do the work. So when it falls away, we are in that state of pure love. We just hold love and peace here. Because I personally, while there is a character, you don't want to project that onto other people. So some you can see, some have obviously had less work to do. So it fell away much easier. Who knows? They didn't have any nonsense, you know, they'd done maybe in a previous one in the story that cleaned it up. But I noticed that in some non-dual that asked that they, you know, there's, who knows, enough of the character maybe wasn't removed, or energy, because that is still there. So you retain, even though there's nobody there, the reflection or the expression of source, say in you and in Luchana and in Joe's soap, is different in each one. So even though there's no one there, this is what I found was amazing. It just blows your mind. But still, the appearance of a different expression is there. So it's a one experiencing, and it's incredible. Yeah, one expressing in 6 billion different ways. And you're like, it's mind-blowing. You cannot comprehend. I mean, you just can't comprehend what you actually are, what is. But that's what made this one here. I love your energy, because you've got a very kind, nurturing, caring energy. And if you focus on it like you do, you feel it. I can feel into that nothingness, and I feel, so you can feel that vibration or energy, you know, mainly on lives, not on normal, you know, videos. You don't pick it up in a normal video. Well, I don't try and tap in anymore to people. You can remote, you know, but I feel that. And you've got, that's why I say to people, you know, come and live with you as well, because you've got that. This is obviously your expression. You're guided to really, as I say, like a parent in a way. Yeah, that's exactly what is coming from you. This is obviously what you, to help and get people through this. And I think it's such a privilege. People are very lucky to have, you know, the one doing this, because that is, otherwise you've got to go to India and find a guru or something. But this is one-on-one. This is not like a big ashram with 50 people. This is small. You're doing it. And I think it's such a magical, fantastic thing, because let me tell you, you're going to be very busy. As time progresses, more are going to be drawn to this path when they're ready. This is the story. The self is playing a great awakening in the story. It's waking up a lot. This is prophesized. I mean, the, you know, ascension, the shift, it's happening. Yes, especially if you know, it's incredible what's going on in the story. I mean, so you're going to be busy, and that's why you popped ahead. And I think it's so fantastic, because you are the right people. Well, you wouldn't be, the one wouldn't be playing, wouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, we pray for this which will come, and our invitation is, if you're a lucky one, you will come. Yeah.
And also here there is no choice but doing that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Coming out of love. It's not coming because something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying, because it's the divine itself. It is love. I mean, it's love. The self-love is just incredible, but it's using you. Perfect expression. You are perfectly chosen for this as expression. And I just think, what a beautiful, lovely thing. So I thank you for what you're doing for the self, because it is the self, you know, it's, you are a reflection of me, and same thing. And there's no me. I'm not talking about the personal me, but same that. And there is no such thing as time. You know, all of these expressions are now here, like Bhagavan, Rama, he's here now. There's no time. That expression is just, it's an expression of the one. Yeah. Buddha is an expression of the one now. Just, you know, it's, you're just not, yeah, different frequency. But I think it's so beautiful what you're doing, and I like it. And there's not many that I'm drawn to follow on the non-dual, as I say, because the energies are just different, and they're just not. I suppose I'm drawn to the ones that are more loving. There's more love, peace, nurturing, and that's more resonance. There's more resonance with that. Where if it's sort of teaching, arrogance, or just the heart hasn't opened enough on some. I found the heart space is not enough.
Yeah.
The love is not flowing.
If I could add something. So seeing that there is no one here ruling, orchestrating, managing life, it's not such a big deal. I mean, everyone can see that if they want. If there is an earnest desire, if there is a sincere desire, and if there is a burning for that, this can be seen easily. But then living, moving through life with that seeing, this is the completely different thing.
Yeah,
this is what we are burning into. Like, this is something really, this is like a living experience. It's not like, oh yeah, I saw that there is no one. Let's create a YouTube channel and then to talk about that. Yeah. That's fine. That's also an expression of love.
Yeah.
We are talking about the living experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
yeah, because a lot of, how to say, beliefs. Let's say this small imagined me, whatever is,
whatever it touches,
let's say,
it broke it.
It's broke. It's like a child in the, whatever.
Yeah, in a glass shop, yes.
Yeah, so let's say wine. A lot of wine drinking. So it's but there's nothing wrong into wine, just not to play as a child with that. Money. They're useful, wonderful. No need to change things. Yeah, with money we can buy 5 things. No need to offer
Or there is
something.
no need to deny that there is money going on.
Yeah, but money, yeah, fight, kill someone. Do not. No,
Take it
money
easy.
are just useful. This is not the purpose. Yeah, it's useful.
But as you
Um,
say, because before, that's why I say, if you want to say, if you perceive it in the story, light's coming and consciousness is raising. It's a story. It's waking itself up. Is that because to realize that you are that, so you don't need, but see, before you realize you're this small little thing, you've got to fight for it because there's a shortage. When you realize you are it, you are everything. So what are you short of? There's no worry because you're the one who's manifesting, creating this, you see.
yeah, and every resistance is coming from this imagined self. So this imagined self is also part of that. But
Yeah.
our work is just to grow up. No need that. No need to fight for something which is already here. It is given for free. Life is free. Just not is there life? Yes. Is there someone pay for that right now? For existence, for whatever? No, it is.
It is happening by itself, on its own.
Yeah, breathing is happening. This is my breathing. Oh, come on, yours. When you pay for that to become yours.
I think I really, I say thank you for doing this, and I will definitely recommend it because I hope you're going to keep doing this. Well, it's, you haven't got a choice either. As I say, it's just going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no one choosing anything here, so you know, it's not like there's no you to say I want to do this. So I presume, who knows? This is started for a reason, and it will probably progress. And I'm sure you more as time. There's no time, but in the story is going on, more and more people are going to find themselves on this path because, as you say, the one is waking the children up in the story itself up. Really, I mean, it's imagined self, or it's bursting all those bubbles, popping the bubbles.
Yeah.
I mean, today it was strange doing that meditation. This was a quiet meditation today. It was so beautiful, and you feel so that you quieten everything, and you can feel into that just nothing, that just wow. And when you are with something like that, it's the self anyway. No one's there, but it guides you now in that meditation. So that aspect you can feel is guiding you. Okay, now stay there, and you can feel it. But when you're in that presence, as you say, it pushes up. For some reason, that expansive area. So people coming to stay with you, it benefits. If they don't understand, it does benefit because being in that energy, in closeness to that expansiveness, is no bubble. You feel that, but also be aware if you haven't done enough work at clearing and trauma and releasing, it's going to push up anything that you have suppressed. So today, the end of this thing, I started crying because I watched a video about Ramana Maharshi yesterday, and energy just pushed up, and you try to push it down. So of course today, being in that such expansive energy, there's no pushing anything down there.
Yeah.
It came up to be released.
If there is a proper awakening, so to speak, if you are the one, there will be a lot of shit going on. A lot of stuff will come up.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, this is
good
growing.
Thing. This is cleaning, growing, cleaning, and unwinding, unfolding, deepening, embodiment. People use different terms for that.
But there's also no more, as you say, and this is why I think it's a slow thing, because there's no you to suppress anything anymore. So because everything is the self. So the thought, so-called energies, feelings, whatever they even label them as, everything is you. So you love even that thought you love, that expression you love. So I would like you would say, you're not suppressing anything anymore. So sadness will just come up, and happiness comes up, or whatever, it's just gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like with a magic pill or with a magic stick. Also, there are unconscious stuff which are still operating, even though there is no self and never was a self there.
Yeah.
Stuff operate or like they were developed when we were.
Yeah.
And they are circulating around something. There is nothing in the center. But when that belief goes away, this doesn't mean that the mechanism will stop operating once and for all the moment when the illusion is seen through. Things change in that very moment, but most of the things, they stay almost intact. So these mechanisms, they will still coming as if there is someone. For example, what kind
This
of...
is what you see. So I'm saying, when you look at other people with non-dual, some that the characteristics, let's say, of the personality traits or whatever you want to say, identity thing, are there clearly. And I think maybe, as I say, if it wasn't worked through before, you know, the character was removed. Wow, it's, you know, that's it exactly. There's no you to work on it now. It's stuck. You know, that's it. You are, unless, you know, the you eventually dissolves it. It will dissolve, I suppose, in time. It purifies itself, like say Ramana Maharshi or something else. When you've got that absolute stillness period, that's all that you feel. There's just so much has been burnt away by the light. It's just pure love. There's just, wow, that nothingness. So this is what worried this one. I was like, no, we're going to do a lot of work because you don't want to be an unwilling arsehole, you know, but not being funny. But if there's nobody there, as you say, there's no one to suppress anything. You don't want to walk around and, you know, be, not a nice character, not be loving, not be kind, not be, you know.
Kindness and compassion and love, they are like, this is what we are.
Yeah.
It's like a discovering that this is what we are. What am I? Yeah. I'm not gaining compassion, love, kindness. No, they're just what am I? They're just coming naturally.
Yes. The rest is rubbish, what I think has been stuck to them, because when you see that they've done work, that's there. All that is love. It's just love, and it's just completely unconditional love. But when you see there's others out there all over YouTube, when it hasn't quite, it hasn't, you know, lots still got to be worked through. It isn't so, you know.
Which ultimately is fun. There is nothing wrong in that as well.
I know, because it's still the self. But it's a preference, I suppose. Yeah, it's just a different expression. Exactly. I mean, that's the funny thing is, Trump is the self. The Pope is the self, you know, expression. So no real person there. But I'm saying all of these are expressions. I mean, in all levels and all, you know.
Yeah. But when you see a child to make something, you can make you can teach them. You can say, no, this is not okay.
This is not okay.
So
you don't have to.
So to the Trump, you can say, oh, you're that, but you're not doing that properly. So there's no problem with that.
Yeah, if someone is an asshole, you can say, there is freedom to say, hey, you are an asshole, you know, you are an asshole. And there is no holding back. This is also the difference.
Yeah, you're pure divine asshole.
That's what I say. You see, this is what we're seeing here. And this is what I thought, oh my goodness, you know. Now, if you are unhealed, like traumas and stuff, you react. That's what people do with trauma. They just react. They project out their anger or their rage onto people because they just instantly triggered. There's no, as you say, they're not conscious of their feelings or things. It just woof. So when there's that, as I say, they haven't released all those stories and that baggage and trauma, whatever else is there, and that area energy, you know, attached to that energy. That's what happens. So this is exactly why, you know, even while, like you said, is now on the path, you're having fun with this, because you take a ground forward and then the character tries to pull you back a few steps. Oh, you know, get like, no, tries to drag you back into, you know, the story. You're doing this. It's like, you're aware sometimes the thoughts pop up and it starts thinking about, oh, look at me, you know, and bugger off, there's no me, you know. So I know there's this dance going on here of wow.
Constant dance.
Yeah, but also surrender the other day. There's one or two people, you might actually like them. There's a lady from, she doesn't do much on English, but she's got beautiful, such joy, happiness, you know, that life just emanates from her. A lady in Hungary, I'll share her link afterwards. I'll send you the link to her YouTube. Love her energy. You might like her actually, just as, you know, friends, whatever. Then there's a man in Africa, Nkosi, which means king. Oh, I love his stuff. Of course, he's got beautiful energy also. Love, and he's does a lot of lives with another guy. I can't remember his name, Michael. They do a lot of lives, and they have all these people, you know, they seem to have a group that they work with. There's a lady that's been with them for a while, and they've made a few shorts where he's done this, where he's just been guided, you know, he said there's no one there to instead of just tell you, it sinks in eventually. But like, no matter how many times you listen, as I say, because, you know, there's that one is not going to get it. But eventually it goes, ding, ding, ding. So the other day, there was this surrender, because there's a lot of trying and trying this and trying that and trying whatever, you know, as you say, look and listen and focus and blah, 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 blah. But eventually listening the other day, there was this thing, everything is already that. And that just, there was this, okay, whatever. Now just let it go, because it will do it on its own. You know, as you say, you are already that. There's nothing that isn't that in existence. There's nothing. So even though this character may be appearing, it's still that, appearing as the character. So there's this deep relaxation and knowing now, or just resonance that, yes, you're that. And every now and then when it tries to drag you off, no, we all know that. Even though you're playing this, we know what is here. So yeah, but it does help. For some reason, as you say, when you do those little directed pointings.
It stays on the superficial, on the surface. It stays on the surface, because it helps in a way to relaxes the system, because we have many, different traumas, different patterns from childhood, different wounds. And when we hear that we are already that, or that there is no one here, that's why many folks are drawn to radical non-duality. But many of those folks are, probably most of those folks, they have very deep emotional wounds.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of love and compassion for what I'm saying. Many trauma is going on there, because this is for trauma. This is very like as if someone is cuddling you like that.
Yeah.
But this stuff stays there. Yeah. And that's why when you see someone speaking, you see that it's speaking only from here. It is happening, happening here. So I would like to say that just be a little bit curious. Why are you drawn to certain type of speaking? I'm not saying that this is wrong. It has its place. It's good to hear that. But it's not all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you say this is nothing and to laughing because this is nothing, this is like this small little child is getting revenge. Revenge is a cousin. Yeah. Aha, finally, now you are guilt about my suffering. So this is your punishment. You are nothing. I will laugh because you are nothing. But it's not true. It's not like that.
And the favorite quote, which everyone is repeating, is like, there is no one to do anything. There is no one to heal or to take care of the so-called body, or to do certain things. That's nonsense. Of course, there is no one, but healing or working on to shit happens.
Yeah.
Bypassing.
Total bypassing. Yeah. And also there is no one to bypass. Yeah.
Gather that. But if you find, before it actually like really realizes it all, like you relax into it, there's this trying to get it and not, and trying to make yourself think it. But now there's just, you know, and now you relax, and you're not, and now you just let it. Yes, there's not a trying. I can't explain it. You understand what you are, so you're not worried now, because they think you're not. You can't get lost. You know who the bloody hell you are. You're not here. Whatever. So this, you know, this is just bull. So now you find it. I can't say you're working on it, but it's easier. It seems to be going by itself now. Now it seems to be working through it, you know, itself. It seems to be falling away. There's no falling away, but it dissolving on its own without effort, without worrying, without trying, without, you know, all the grasping, I should say, without this. Yeah, there seems to be. But I say people are very, I can't say privileged, as you say, it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But
in general,
to be able to come and live with you, it'll be such a wonderful, I think it's, when I heard that, I thought, wow, what a beautiful, wonderful thing Yeah, that you're guided to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is nothing by Luchana.
By chance.
By
happening.
chance, they appear wonderful big house with 3 bedrooms with sea view, every bedroom in quiet peace
Peaceful area.
area. It's amazing. It's when we saw it, Luchana said, is it just real?
Beautiful.
And it's
And I
not,
think you're perfect for that.
Yeah.
this is so important, but yeah, it is also important.
It is.
And also, we can definitely say that there is there is confidence here and trust, because this was happening during the summer, and friends which came, I think 4 or 5 friends
five.
came, yeah, spend time with us. Now you can see how
Yeah, the sharings are amazing. Yeah.
things flow.
How it works.
You see?
As I say, it's the energy. It's being in the present that seems to push up or pop that. It seems to pop the bubble. That's why. But people that are serious know this. Yeah, you know this.
And
They
again,
will.
maybe it's not for everyone, of course.
Well, maybe you'll be guided next time. You know, the next one might be a bigger house, and I don't know. But it won't. It probably won't be too big because it's, as you say, it's more. But it might be. You never know. The
Yeah,
demand grow.
big, yeah, big because more people can join. This is
Yes.
if it's something small, it's a
Yeah.
no place.
Well, I really hope we get, because I say everything, you know, it's meant to, there's no one here directing, you know, say that thinks it's got no control. But I really hope that we do get to meet in person one day, because I would just love it. I just, you know, think what beautiful people. I just resonate with you as people, not people, but characters, expressions. I resonate with you as those. I mean, you're just such lovely people. Just think, wow, what a lovely couple. Really, you are. You don't really see your own reflection easily, but your reflection is beautiful. And I just think, what a beautiful expression. Yeah.
Yeah, in order to be able to notice that, you are not different than that, you know. This is,
Yeah, we're one and the same. Yeah, no.
Well, if you ever come to the UK, you really got to come and have a little visit, come stay, be a guest. Come and but yeah, if you want to break something. Really, really hope. Or maybe we can organize you over here, you know, to do a meeting or something. You never know. As I say, maybe down the line you come over here and do a meeting or something. We can get enough people together and set up a meeting.
Yeah, keep in touch. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. We'll see what's guided. We'll see what it works out.
Yeah.
But I'll send you those. I really hope we do get a chance. Oh, there's a desire here. Yes, absolutely. I think it will manifest down the, you know, who knows? But we will meet in person someday, and just to be able to say,
we'll put in wish list. So yeah.
well, there's no one to do it, but it's there. Yes, yes, just absolutely. This, that love, that energy, that resonance, that just as a thank you, and as a recognition for what you're doing and being here, and as an expression, and just a great appreciation and love coming from me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that.
And those little things really help. You know, even if you do little short videos, like those pointers, like every now and then in your talks, we do a pointer. Look here, close your eyes and do that. Those actually, the talking, yes, you get to, eventually it sinks in. You hear enough of it, and eventually it's like, not the conscious, but there's yes, oh my gosh. I laughed so much when I listened to it for so long time, and eventually when it sunk in, yes, you're that, I laughed and laughed. But those things really help. That's why I say those little pointers, those little directions, and there's guidance to look here, do that, focus there, or whatever. They really, really help. They really work.
Yeah.
They do something.
Yeah.
So please advertise your houses ahead of time. Well, let's see you. But yeah.
Okay.
And I hopefully I can get you over. I know the weather's not good, so we'll hopefully get you over here sometime to do a who knows?
Yeah.
I have a feeling we'll meet, even if it is for a day, just to spend tea and have coffee.
Wonderful.
I love the energy and say thank you.
No.
Thank you.
My pleasure also. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome. You too. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.